Jennifer Hotai's story has a happy ending. But this is no fairy tale. She moved to Myrtle Beach over a decade ago with her first husband. But when the marriage fell apart, she began browsing Craigslist to find a roommate.
I was just looking for anything so that I can have some place to live. And through that, I met him.
Over time, the friendship grew into a romantic relationship, eventually going from roommates to husband and wife. Things started normally, but within the first year of marriage, she started noticing red flags.
He had addiction problems, serious anger problems, and some violent tendencies too, and I just thought, oh, he's going to get over it, he's going to grow out of it.
Over time, mental abuse turned physical. She says it became so severe and frequent, daily life became virtually unlivable.
There's a saying, death by 1,000 cuts. So I was experiencing a cut every day over a period of a year.
She says one of the worst punishments was sleep deprivation. She wasn't allowed to sleep while her abuser was awake.
It was basic, it was just nonstop hell. He sometimes gets creative with it. It's like, oh, if we call the police and whatnot, I'm going to slam your head against the concrete and drag your face along the gravel so that you're going to have to get reconstructive surgery to repair your face.
Then, April 22nd of this year,
My mind got into survival mode. I think you got to get out now, or else he's going to kill you.
knowing she might never have another opportunity, she made a run for it
The door opened, and my body just acted on its own.
and made the call that saved her life.
Myrtle Beach 911, where's your emergency?
For my husband, that he's been extremely abusive.
Does he have any weapons, like guns, knives?
He just has knives.
When officers arrested her abuser, she felt a moment of relief until she received an email the next day from the Myrtle Beach police saying he was being released. She started looking at what to do and where to go next, but it wouldn't be easy. According to a survey by the National Network to End Domestic Violence, approximately 81% of all unmet requests by victims in South Carolina last year were for housing and emergency shelter.
I feel like the process for getting the order of protection was easy. The other part about seeking shelter and safety, that was pretty much non-existent because when I called many times and called to the phone numbers that the police department provided for me, they were either all busy signals or they're saying they weren't open or didn't have any room.
Jennifer Hotai's story is harrowing and at the same time all too common. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men experience some sort of intimate partner violence. In South Carolina, the numbers are even higher. Up to 42% of women and 29% of men. And the state ranks 6th in the nation for number of women murdered by men. Yet many victims suffer in silence.
Most people, including my family, they didn't know I was in such a serious situation.
To learn more about why many victims don't come forward, I went to Columbia to meet with the executive director of the South Carolina Coalition Against Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault, Sarah Barber. She says it starts early.
And it carries on. Why does somebody have to reach a level of perfection before we believe them? Because then we're still not going to believe them.
Barber also reminds us, despite the circumstances, at the center of these relationships is love.
When you love someone enough, you think that you can help them and get over this behavior, and that's the trap right there.
To help victims in Horry and Georgetown counties, the Family Justice Center, led by Executive Director Kim Parsons, works closely with local housing authorities and income-sensitive apartments. It's also the only agency with a domestic violence shelter serving Horry County. The problem? It's located 45 minutes away in Georgetown. And
we only have 3 bedrooms at the shelter to house people, and we have a maximum capacity of 9.
as home to the fastest growing city in the nation, it's no surprise the number of domestic violence cases in Horry County has grown every year since 2019. And behind these numbers are people needing help. People like Jennifer Hotai.
I wish there was somebody or more resources out there that said, please take a look at this. This could save your life.